and, you know, very, very nice, eloquent guy, but very unhealthy because of what they put him
military
through.
man also.
So my message to the American people is chin up, stay strong, and we will win, because revolution is inevitable. We need to spread the message that we are all one family. I mean, here I am with Luke and Danny. I mean, we're all brothers, really, and there's very, very few elites, and there's a lot of us. And if we come together, we can win this before any more illegal wars happen, before any more lies are instilled in us about terrorism, communism, swine flu, the economy. We need to also get the power back to the people so that we print our own money, not the private Federal Reserve, not the private Bank of England in the UK. It's just all these things which need to happen. And we need to also pick up where the hippie movement in the 60s kind of left off, because they got really disillusioned in the 60s, 70s, and 80s with COINTELPRO, the FBI harassment, lots of leaders being assassinated. And there's also lots of pessimism now, because 2 million people I know in Washington, D.C., New York, you guys marched against the war in Iraq. In London, 2 million people marched against the war in Iraq, and Tony Blair, you know, bending over for George Bush, still went ahead with the war. And his thinking was, oh, well, 2 million people marched. Well, 58 million people didn't march, but we need to kind of start making people realize that the people are the winning side. The people have always been the winning side. And once we realize that it isn't even really a battle, it's just how do I say this properly? An inevitability which we're going to bring about. So.
Very well said. Thank you so much for coming on our show. And
thanks for having me.
Best of luck in London, and we'll keep moving forwards and doing what we do.
Oh yeah, one last thing, Luke. London's the belly of the beast.
No, New York City is the belly of the beast.
No, London's much worse.
Washington, D.C., I think, is
their cops don't even have guns, okay? We have M16s with turtle gear, military men right outside the door.
Fair enough.
All right, thank you. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Here's a word from our proud sponsor, DOC.gov, Defenders of Change.
Hi, my name is Jack Moss, a proud general of the Defenders of Change, and I have a special message for you. Pay attention. Unemployed? Make money at home. One of the few that still have a job? Well, make more money while you do work. How? You can be a Department of Change super patriot by defending the homeland from white Al-Qaeda terrorists. Did you know there are over 10 million CCTV cameras strategically positioned throughout the largest U.S. metropolitan areas, now serving the 50 largest U.S. cities, including New York City, Chicago, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Houston, Phoenix, Philadelphia, Memphis, and more. We've been working tirelessly to build the first nationwide citizen video monitoring network in partnership with Google Earth and the National Security Agency. We are proud to unveil the Defenders of Change. Millions of restless cameras need your attention to stop terrorism, and it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Simply watch cameras, find terrorists, report terrorists. It's really that easy. You can be a Defender of Change by signing up at the DOC.gov website. DOC.gov enrollment program is currently in beta and open to U.S. residents 18 years of age living within the 50 United States by invitation only. So contact your local Chamber of Commerce, politician, or the nearest morally questionable millionaire for an invitation code. But don't worry, non-U.S. residents and illegal aliens, coming soon. DOC International. Enroll today and participate in the Advanced Online Video Training Program, where you will become a white Al-Qaeda hunter in just 3 short videos. You can be trained to target and stop any terrorists in the United States. Imagine that. It's absolutely simple. Part 1, the terrorist field goes into detail on how they dress, walk, and talk. Part 2, the locations of a terrorist, will familiarize you with terrorist hotspots, including coffee shops, movie theaters, parks, and restaurants. Part 3, Concepts of a Terrorist, will bring you up to date on the movers and shakers of the white Al-Qaeda movement, including supporters Congressman Ron Paul, Dennis Kucinich, and documents like the Constitution and Bill of Rights. Not all terrorists are brown. Act now. Begin defending the homeland today, and you can earn Department of Change general status in under 30 days. Climb the ladder of change. Show your community you care. The more terrorists you report, the more money you earn, and the more hope points in your pocket. Not only do you make money, you can earn free Hope Point gear with Hope Points. How much can you make? Well, those reporting under 50 suspects a month will receive $6 per lead. 50 to 100 a month, $8 a lead. 100 plus monthly, you can make $10 a lead, all while still earning Hope Points. So what are these Hope Points? Here's how it works. For each potential terrorist reported, you will receive 1 payment credit and 1 Hope Point. Hope Points may be redeemed for DOC supplies such as badges, hats, t-shirts, uniforms, clubs, tasers, flashlights, sunglasses, and of course whistles. Once you have reached 100 Hope Points, you are eligible to transfer into the DOC General Squad with me, where you can view cameras in third world countries including Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, and coming soon in April, Pakistan. Sign up today and make our forefathers proud. DOC.gov, defending the homeland from white Al-Qaeda since 2010. They're everywhere.
And here's the AccuTruth forecast with our own weatherman, and it's not Bill Ayers, Craig Fitzgerald.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Craig Fitzgerald from WeAreChange New York City with the AccuTruth forecast. As usual, I'm seeing storm clouds looming over the whole Union of North America, but clear spots of sunshine are getting more frequent as people all over the Americas, from New York City to Mexico City, wake up to the New World Order agenda. On the other hand, these stints of clear skies are being followed by massive zigzagged and tic-tac-toe patterned high-altitude aerosol spray trails, so make sure not to forget your umbrellas and gas masks, folks. Also be on the lookout for HAARP-related electrical storms and power outages coming out of Alaska. The recent revelations of the so-called ClimateGate scandal, the leaking of thousands of emails and files that show many leading climate scientists fudging the results of their global warming research and contriving to keep skeptics from being published in academic journals, as well as the low temperatures across the nation this winter, have the general public questioning the credibility of the Chicken Little alarmists at this year's United Nations Climate Change Conference in Copenhagen, where schemes to create global government taxation and controls are in progress. Lucky for free oxygen-breathing humanity, the Copenhagen Conference failed to become a binding global agreement. But have no fear, ladies and gentlemen, the global oligarchs already have the foundations laid for the 2010 United Nations Climate Change Conference in Mexico City. So it's looking like stormy weather in the near future. The reality is global temperatures in 2009 to 2010 are continuing a nearly decade-long decline since 2001, with June readings from NASA satellites showing temperatures below 1980 levels, defying alarmist assertions that carbon dioxide emissions are the primary driver of global temperatures. All we need to do is look to that big orb in the sky we call the sun, ladies and gentlemen, to find out what the solar system's primary driver of temperatures is. While at the same time, global carbon dioxide emissions have continued rising since 2001. Sounds like planting more trees could be the answer to high CO2 levels, seeing as plant life thrives on carbon dioxide and sunlight. Moving right along, we are witnessing more severe weather systems across the nation, which are mostly due to a troop buildup of the United States Northern Command for domestic operations. It has already been reported that the Bush and now Obama administrations have up to 20,000 troops stationed in the U.S. to deal with civil unrest. Some analysts say that Obama will increase that number by 980,000, bringing Northcom's total troop levels to 1 million stationed for active military duty here on U.S. soil by the end of this month. There is also a tropical storm we are calling Big Brother gaining steam due to the constant construction of hundreds of internment camps, internment centers, FEMA camps, and the renovation of old military bases into prison camps for the detention of so-called domestic terrorists or seditious dissidents. This storm system is rapidly engulfing the nation, and we urge all patriots to take any evasive action necessary or head for the high ground. We have also been witnessing a storm system building up over the past few years out of Washington and Mexico. We first called this tropical storm NAFTA, but the winds are picking up and the clouds are getting thicker as the storm of globalist free trade transforms into the continental North American Union. Although there have been breaks in the NAU clouds over the state of Texas this past year, with a 2-year moratorium put on certain sections of the NAFTA superhighway, we are only in the calm of the storm, with 2010 as the target date for a North American economic and security community with a common external tariff and security perimeter, putting the final nails in national sovereignty's coffin. Despite all this bad weather across the country, the sun is beginning to peek through the globalist storm clouds that have accumulated, with new chapters of WeAreChange popping up and taking action worldwide. The Love Police recently teamed up with WeAreChange New York City to help the people of New York see through these clouds of deception and tyranny and come and bask in the rays of humanity and liberty. And although it is looking hazy over both Colorado and New Jersey, have no fear. It is partly due to a high of IRE, positive energy, health, and wellness that is radiating from these states due to their recent legalization of medical marijuana. Once again, this is Craig Fitzgerald with WeAreChange New York City and the AccuTruth Forecast, signing off.
Now here's sports with Daniel McKee.